In this video, you'll learn how to use the clock-in and clock-out feature, which you can use to track labor and equipment time in the Sage Construction Management browser solution or the mobile app. Entries created using the clock-in, clock-out feature are not the same as labor time cards, but they can easily be converted to pending labor time cards when you're ready. You can convert your own clock entries to time cards, and crew leaders can convert clock entries on behalf of their crew. Crew time generates equipment time cards as well as labor time cards. First, you'll need to enable the clock-in, clock-out feature. Go to Settings, Feature Settings, Time and Expense. Next to the question, do you wish to use clock-in, clock-out for time cards? Select Yes. We'll talk about the other settings related to clock-in, clock-out in the video on HR and equipment settings. Click Return to Application and notice the clock icon in the upper right of the window. Click it to clock in and out. Notice that you can only clock your own time, or your field crew's time if you're a field leader, and we'll go through both options. The steps for clocking in and out are the same, whether you're in the browser solution or the mobile app. Select the project and prime contract to which the time applies. These must already have been set up, and the prime contract must have been approved. If you know the cost code, you should select it, but this can be added to the time card later. Click Clock In to start the clock. You can close the clock-in, clock-out window to work in other areas of the system, and come back to it when you're ready to start a break or clock out. When you're ready to take a break, click Start Break. Don't forget to click Stop Break when you're back. At any point while clocking time, you can select Add Comments to type a note for the time period. If you need to track time under a different cost code, click Switch JCC. Select the new cost code, and then click Clock In again. When you're finished for the day, click Clock Out. Let's continue clocking time, this time for a crew. Only employees who are set up as the leader of a crew can do this. Select My Crew. You'll see the list of crew employees and equipment. Select the resources working during this time, and click OK. Select the prime contract and the job cost code if known, and then click Clock In. You'll see the list of all crew resources and the amount of time currently clocked. Once you've clocked in, you'll see a link to add late employee if someone arrives after you've clocked in. That employee's clock will start at the point that you add them. If some resources take breaks at different times or finish early, you can click Start Break or Clock Out for just those resources without affecting the whole crew's time. As the crew leader, you cannot clock yourself out without first clocking the crew out. The next step is to convert the clock-in, clock-out entries to pending time cards. Return to the project home page and click Time and Expenses. Click the Actions button and select Convert Pending Clock-in Data. Select the project, prime contract, and crew leader. Select the two checkboxes, Create Labor Time Entries and Create Equipment Time Entries, and then click Next. For each entry column, make sure that the required fields have been entered: the payroll item, job cost code, and billable status if working with a cost-plus prime invoice. Select all rows, and then click Add and Close. Now we'll convert the equipment time cards. Return to the Time and Expenses overview, and next to Equipment Clocked In and Out, click the button and select Convert Pending Clock-in Data. Select the Prime Contract and Crew Leader, and notice that only the Equipment checkbox is available. Click Next. Select the Job Cost Code, and then select all rows. Click Add and Close. The clock-in, clock-out transactions are converted to pending time cards and are ready to be approved by an administrator or financial administrator. In this video, you learned how to use the clock-in and clock-out feature to track labor and equipment time in the Sage Construction Management browser solution or mobile app.